What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another exciting episode of Banked Campfires with your host, Deep South. And I'm about to prepare my favorite meal. Probably my favorite meal, besides steak and lobster. But it's venison backstrap shish kebab. Bell peppers, red onions, venison backstrap, and bacon. I'm going to show you how to prepare one, and then I'll cut and come back later. Take the venison and you wrap it with a half of a slice of bacon. It's very important that the onion that you put on first is cut. Skewer the bacon and the venison. Take another piece of onion. See how it's curved? Put it on there, and it makes like a ball. What happens is when it starts cooking, the onion starts to shrink around it and it just becomes one solid piece. And then you just bite into it all at one time. It's just absolutely phenomenal. After that, you alternate it with a piece of bell pepper. And tonight when I'm cooking, I got some tomatoes and some new potatoes. Now, I've never done new potatoes over the fire like this, but I'm going to try it. Just in case, I've got some backup in aluminum foil I'm going to put in the fire. Now I'm going to finish putting all the shababs together, and then next time I see you, we'll be at the fire. Alright, I wanted to show you the finished product before I put it on the fire. And I also forgot to mention something very important. I marinated these in Italian dressing overnight. Probably at least, well, it's been since 8 o'clock last night, so 24 hours. I marinated them 24 hours in Italian dressing. And you can marinate them in any dressing you want, but I really like Italian dressing. Paul Newman's raspberry is real good. Greek, Russian, any kind of dressing you like. But I recommend that you use Italian dressing for the first time. Hope you can see it's good. It's very dark out here. I'm just using camp lights. One more time, marinate them. Cut the back strap in about 1-inch pieces. Wrap it in bacon. Cut your onion so it's curved like a cup, and then put it around it and then skewer it. Okay, going to the fire. I'm back. Got lost in the stars there for a while. It didn't rain all weekend like it was supposed to, and it's a beautiful night. Stars are just popping. I didn't bring my telescope because I didn't think that I was going to be able to see anything because it was going to be stormy, but I did bring my binoculars. I always have my binoculars with me. So went out and looked at the stars for a while, looked at Orion, looked at the Orion Nebula, which brings up something. One of my subscribers sent a message today and asked me that, she said that she wished that I would show some of the sky, and I plan on doing that in the future. I just got to work out a way to do it, but I am working on something. Here's supper. I don't know if you can see that. I never know if you can see that. More better? Yeah. And there's the stick. Sometimes you find the stick, sometimes the stick finds you. I'm cooking them slow. That way the fat from the bacon kind of like cooks into it. It's going to be some kind of good, though, I'll tell you that. Man. It just ain't right, y'all can't taste this. So, I'm going to get out of the habit of saying that. A friend first and a subscriber second asked me about banked fires and what it was. A banked fire is a way to keep your fire going at night. And you remove all the wood away from it, so all you got is coals. And you take your ashes and you cover up your coals with it. And it smolders during the night. Then you can start your fire up the next morning. I call this banked fires because it's like bringing those coals back. For me, initially, banked fires, the first one I did was remembering a lot of stuff from my childhood and my earlier years. So banked fires is a way just to recall things. And then last week, I was talking I got an emergency. Be right back. I'm back. One of my skewers flipped over. The past is a foreign country, and Lovejoy doesn't live there anymore. So that was what bank fires is. A way for me to do this and kind of talk about stuff that was important to me when I was young. The first time anyway. What I was talking about last week before the video cut out was my subscribers. And I was talking about small channels. And what I was trying to say before the video cut off was I want to know who my subscribers are and communicate with them. I've been going through the channels, rotating, and I'm trying to watch everybody's videos, every single video. At least my first 100 subscribers. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting close. If you're a large channel and you've got a lot of videos, it's going to take me some time to get through them, but I'm going to do it. My first 100 subscribers, I promise you I'll watch every single one of your videos. A lot of the small channels, I've already watched them all, and if I have, I've sent you an email and I've already told you I've watched them. And just for me, it's important. I want to know who you are. I want to develop those relationships or friendships that I've been developing lately. And I want to also thank everybody for last night sharing my videos from the Bush Lab series. It meant a lot for me. It meant a lot to me because I was getting Google Plus today, and it kept chiming. I've got the app, so every time somebody sends out a share, I get a ping. And tonight's episode is more or less called The Aftermath. After I did the last video this morning, I got up and the turkey started gobbling. And I mean, they gobbled for over an hour. And I just laid there and listened to them. And they actually walked up within about probably 100 yards of me. And I didn't want to mess with them. I could have got me a turkey gobbler this morning, but I enjoyed listening to them more than I did hunting them. And After that, I got up and made breakfast. And then I went to sleep, and then I got disturbed. Somebody came up here on a four-wheeler, but that's no biggie. Then I cleaned up camp and processed some firewood and got everything going here. Really don't have a lot else to say tonight. I'm going to eat supper. As soon as it's done, I'll show you the finished product. But once again, I want to thank you. If you shared my videos, there was 5 videos in that series. If you shared them, I deeply appreciate it. It meant a lot to me. And I hope you enjoyed them. Especially the dirty rice. I know some people got a kick out of that, including my wife. And Trapper John's wife woman told me to tell you that she's the one that gave me that gorilla pod. So my wife woman gave me that gorilla pod. I'm going to sign off right now. Give me a cup of coffee. And I'll be back shortly. Say goodnight. Okay, well, I got you here, a couple more things. One, I want you to start thinking about what kind of videos do you like to watch? Which videos do you enjoy the most on YouTube? The ones that you spend most of the time watching. I know mine are kind of off the wall, there's no telling what I'm going to be doing. You know, I try to concentrate on bushcraft. But I'd like to know what kind of videos that you like to watch. Be thinking about that. It's very important. More to be revealed in the future. Second thing, channel shout out. Survive with Knives. He's one of my very first subscribers. He's got an excellent channel. Does excellent product reviews on some really cool gear. He's a knife guy. Hence the name Survive with Knives. He's got some of the same knives I do. But he's a really nice guy. He is in the peninsula of Florida. And if you don't know this, I'm in the panhandle of Florida. He's on the peninsula. So Survive with Knives. Go there, check him out. Excellent channel. Highly recommend it. Very, very nice guy. Tonight I'm going to sleep outside. I know in the Bush Lab series I said I was going to sleep in the tent, but it is such a beautiful night, and the Slumberjack pad was so comfortable. It's an old one. It's a very old one. I've had it since 96. I think I got it in 96. And it's still functioning perfectly. And I slept on it last night with the bivvy. I'm gonna sleep under the stars tonight. That's my favorite way to sleep anyway. In the summertime, that's the only way I sleep. But it's like 60 degrees right now. I'm just gonna lay there, look at the stars, fall asleep, because I am exhausted. No sleep, hardly. And the sleep I did get wasn't very deep. But last night was fun. It was a blast. I really had a blast. I'm not going to say go out there in the middle of a thunderstorm and get under a bivvy. But maybe go out there during the thunderstorm and get under a bivvy. Test your gear out to the extremes. You know, couch bushcrafters, you know, I'm guilty of that myself. Or office bushcrafter, watching videos all the time. But sometimes that's the only way that you can get out there is watch videos. That's what we're here for. That's what we do. But remember to think about what kind of videos you like. Check out Survive with Knives. I can't remember if there was anything else I said. I don't want to ramble and not say anything productive. I don't want you to waste your time when you watch my videos. If I think about something else before I show you my dinner and go to bed, then I'll pop back in. Okay, supper served. See what I was talking about on the onions? How it makes kind of like it just seals around it. And then you just take a bite out of it. Just like a sandwich. And then my potatoes, tomatoes. I wish you were here to share. Because I'd share with you. Nobody's going to leave my fire hungry. Now to finish this off, take a little bit of Tony Chachere's, put it on your potatoes, kind of like sprinkle over everything, just a little bit, however much you like. Tony Chachere's, love the stuff. It's great. Man, oh man, I'm telling you, it's some kind of good. I'm out of here. I'm gonna eat, go to bed. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Good night. Stay strange. Peace. Cool.